So when the opportunity arose for people to buy this, I for the last couple of years, I kind of and behind the scenes, I love investing, I love business, I love doing that when I'm not doing comedy. I was chasing this and I wanted to be part of it, and my goal was to say, this is a brand. This is when I grew up, what National Lampoon was to comedy. National Lampoon was a great comedy magazine, but it also became the banner for great comedy movies. It became the banner for anything comedy. For records. And you also knew that, when talk shows started and they would say the staff, we got a bunch of Lampoon writers. All of a sudden that gave it a little bit of gravitas. The point is, JFL doesn't have that, and that's my goal. My goal is, people say, do you want to change it? What do you want to do? I don't want to change it. I want this to be exactly what it is. I just want to be like a brand ambassador and scream it. I wanted to live more digitally. We knew that, like on Coachella, that Beyonce had one of the biggest streaming YouTube concerts in the history of YouTube live from there. It's amazing that there's not a big digital footprint from JFL, with all the people that are here, with all the things that are going on. I know people like you and many other people come here and you do your show, but it's living in your space. Right. I want that stuff to live in our space also, and just be worldwide. I know what British comedy is. I know what Australian comedy is. I know that they're from there. You don't know what Canada is. People don't know that Lorne Michaels, SNL would not be around if Lorne Michaels did not start in Canada, if he wasn't on the show. So much of what people watch all over the world came out of Canada. So I'm the new brand ambassador for Just for Laughs.
Yeah, there is no doubt that Canadian comedy has shaped American comedy for years and years and years, as well as, it's people in England are very big fans as well. So you had like SCTV and, Paul Schaefer came out of there.
Kids in the Hall.
And this is the stuff that is just Jim Carrey. It's just across the board accepted and loved. But like you said, it's not completely branded because they move to
But
New
even
York
if they move,
Yeah.
Just for laughs, this, you talk on your show, and I've heard you last year, and I heard you this year talk about what this is, what this experience is. The world, and you're talking ultimately to comedy fans.
Right.
But people who weren't specifically comedy fans knew what Lampoon was, right? Everybody knew. Even if you weren't subscribing to that magazine, you knew that was, Lampoon was the funny magazine. Even if you don't watch SNL, that's a New York institution for sketch comedy. Even if you don't go home Saturday night and you watch it. If you walk up to somebody in the streets of Oklahoma and you say, what's Just for Laughs in Montreal? I doubt anybody would know what that is. They don't even know what that title is. They don't know what that is. And I think that, and now, this is 36 years old, now with the technology, with social media, with the advent of, we're living in a whole new world, we can expand that. And this doesn't just live here. Montreal is the mecca for it. We have a satellite festival in Toronto, Vancouver, in Australia, and that's gonna just grow from there.
So you feel like you could take this even to other cities, whether it's in Europe or the States?
Right, but this is the mother lode right
This
here.
is always going to be the central.
Always.
Yeah.